Just come closer to me. No, it's fine. Do not move.
It's fine. Okay, so our plan after this, because there's no way,
Yeah.
one, we can't get to school, we can't get to the books. Number one. Number two, there's no way that any school would accept books now because they don't have anybody going to school.
No, not even that. I think they're just scared.
Sanitation too. They might be scared of that too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So even if people were still going to school, they probably wouldn't accept anything from the outside.
Yeah.
So
Emir, did you get the books that I told you?
Yes, I have. So Stanley, Noah and I discussed this before. Like after the quarantine, like straight after we were talking about going to an actual school. That's why I took some of the books in our inventory, like because they wanted to see a preview. It's in my house right now. Like when I go there, I'll show them the books.
that's
But
good. No, that's good because then, yeah. All right, where was I going with this?
the
Forget
thing
right
is,
now,
like,
forget any time during the quarantine because there's no way we can even get books or give them to anybody. So
yes.
we need to start brainstorming other ideas to help out in terms of education and or just postpone things until this quarantine ends.
I don't think we can help anything like anyone during this.
I mean, we
period.
can. We
No,
can.
how?
No. Look, if we raise a fundraiser, right, which would be hard at this current moment, but if we do a fundraiser and supply kids with internet, maybe that would be good because that they're doing online education right now. So
It's actually not a terrible idea, but
I don't know how we're gonna raise the money.
or we need to go to a place and set it up and do a bunch of other things. So
Which beats the purpose of a quarantine.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, are we gonna track down every kid in every school
No,
and
not
set up
really.
the
but
Wi-Fi box
we
over
have-
there?
we have some locals here that desperately do need something like that, but I mean, I'm not gonna go next to them.
I
Because
think the
like,
best plan of action is to postpone anything we had because I don't think anyone's going to accept any type of donation or pay us to do anything because we can't like fundraise without like any like meeting or anything.
And also,
Um,
books are a lot more straightforward. Giving someone internet access, that's kind of opening a Pandora's box, if you get what I mean.
I
Like,
have a sort of a suggestion. If you want, I can try to talk to sort of my in the beginning. Me and Stanley did some research about the project and stuff, so I can talk to them about what to do about the quarantine and how do we help them during the quarantine if we can or if we cannot.
I think right now, individually, our time would be best suited towards our own like extended essay or whatever it might be. Because this is kind of a dead end as of right now. No one, as Aram said, no one's accepting donations, and we can't even get a hold of our own.
Yeah.
No, I'm still recording. Don't say anything stupid.
not only that, just like they don't know if we have the proper sanitation, if we are contagious or not. So they might not be sort of like accepting anyways. Like
Exactly. So I think that the best course of action right now is to think of stuff for right after the quarantine or a week or two after all this is over. Which we don't. It might last until summer if it gets really bad. So
Yeah, I think
too.
the school won't open on like because they canceled the IB exams. So I'm guessing like the whole winter semester is gonna be online.
well for the 12th graders, I mean, they pretty much have until they cover all their curriculum. They have to wait until November to take them, if they're even going to do them then. I mean, it all depends on the extent of the pandemic.
Exactly. And there's
Yeah.
like there are
So
reports also from China that there's gonna be like there's this new virus. So
yeah, that I told you, but whatever. Uh, so the best course of action is to postpone this until the quarantine is done, or
I mean, look, I have ideas about what we can do directly afterwards, but even right at it's so hard to tell with this thing because it's so new. Like there haven't been any situations like this in the past. So
should we get
Stanley,
Mr. David doing into the call? Like later, not now, but like email him about this and say what can we do now?
I think that's a really good idea. Yeah.
Just to get an expert's idea because I don't want to postpone this and then because he said and at the end of 11th grade we have to finish this and I don't want to like not finish this and then like we won't finish it, of course not, but this is like a continuous thing, but like at least get some sort of like accomplishment with
I
it.
get what you mean.
And maybe he has some ideas, like he's an
and-
expert.
Mr. Communications Manager, you should definitely email Mr. Dewan and ask him. Just try and get that out by tonight, just so we don't have to postpone it.
Okay.
And the meeting should be for next week, Wednesday, same time, 1:30. It's
Yeah, hopefully it'll be available. But I mean, his whole thing is upended because we were supposed to have the cast panel stuff after
Yeah.
school today.
Yeah. One thing I think it would be good because as a human resources, which is really really weird title, but as human resources, I think I should try to contact some experts into the field, not as in health experts, in like ways like in consideration of the quarantine. How can we help them without like is there any way we can help them?
No, I think let's wait on that. Talk to Mr. Dewan, and I don't think human resources handles that. I think that's what the community handles. But
I know, but this is it's
No, while it's a good idea, it's actually a very, it's a very positive and optimistic idea. There are people much better suited to do that than us.
exactly. So let's wait on that, and we don't want to infect ourselves with coronavirus either. So let's let the government handle that, and let's talk to Mr. Dewan and focus on the local first, and then expand that project. Is this it, Stanley?
I think so. Look, when we have Mr. Dewan on a call in a meeting, then we'll be able to understand how this affects our cast in general, because without action, there's not really much we can do. What I'd recommend is, if you guys even want my recommendation, is write a reflection about this for it, and just like kind of say a similar thing for each of the experiences that we're doing.
Stanley, you're a part of the group. Of course, we want your recommendation, your advice. You're a part of the group. Everybody's say is equal, which is weird how you're the project. Yeah, but it's equal. We're all equals over here. Communism, bro.
What?
Okay.
No,
Nothing.
it's being recorded. Please be quiet.
I know, but like I'm saying that like you're
Okay. In any case, just write a reflection about this and just say, we're in quarantine right now, so there's not much we can do. We're going to have a meeting to better understand how this affects our cast in general.
You know what we could just do? We could just, Stanley, after the recording, should we stop the recording right now?
Sure, yeah.
Hold on. Turn back the video.
Recording.
Say that again, Emir.
Recording.
I wrote that on my schedule. I'm gonna email Mr. Dewan today about the possible meeting at 1:30 Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Next week.
Next week, yeah, of course. It's 1:30. Right?
Okay, and Stanley, you will send us the recording.
Yeah, I'll put it on Google Drive and send it to you guys.
Okay.
Productive meeting, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.